Well, morning, folks. It's 7:31 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, January 19th, 2021. We're counting down to the final hours of, and I'm going to use this, which I haven't done in 4 years and given him the credit for that in the first place. And I never wanted to in the first, at all. President Donald John Trump. I don't have my wastebasket to throw up in. 45th president counting down to his final hours and regretting every single second of it. He wanted a big send-off. 4 years of screwing up in office, and he wanted a big send-off over at Andrews. Andrews was supposed to have a lot of people over there. He was supposed to have a lot of flyovers and 21-gun salutes. Suitable for a president leaving office. Fly off for last time on Air Force One, dropped off in Florida. Florida is having a field day over this. I'm laughing at it. I'm sorry, I am laughing at this situation over here because I think it's funnier than hell. Because Mar-a-Lago is a country club and he wants to live there for the rest of his life. And the town people are going to have a conniption fit regarding this. This is not our problem. It's his now. It's totally his. He wanted to live out there, and we're saying good luck. And Mar-a-Lago and Florida are going, why? It's bad enough he was here about a month. He should have been here maybe a few days. This is not a permanent residence. And yet they're going to have to fight it out with the local and state officials. It's no longer a federal official. It's no longer a federal situation unless they bring it up to Washington. But they'll be bumping it back over to the state because this is state and this is local. So, at this point, the countdown continues. President Joe Biden, hopefully, will be elected, actually inaugurated on the 20th tomorrow at 12 noon, Eastern Standard Time, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And by that time, Trump should be leaving, or should have left office already. Trump wasn't going to do anything to say he lost. But he finally did concede, but he said the other side cheated. It's a fair and square election. I wish I could be doing a jig at this point over here. I wish I could be dancing up a storm regarding the situation. I wish I could be practically celebrating like mad that this bastard is going to be out of office. 4 frickin' years. Anger, hate, derision, division. Kids separated from their families at the damn borders left and right. Virus going out of control left and right. Economy going for shit. Not enough of a national response to the damn thing. And he's still claiming that everything else is just fake media. And the problem is, it wasn't. It was proven. But they couldn't put it through the court systems. Of course they could have. You had Russian interference. You had foreign help getting office. He was trying to be nice to all those damn dictators out there. Well, guess what? All them dictators are going to have to deal with Biden and Harris now. Biden knows how to talk, but he's going to have to get some teeth. As much as I like Joe Biden's a pretty damn decent guy. He's still going to need to get some teeth to deal with those other rascals. I know Harris would be chomping at the bits. She's got to get her diplomacy face on. And it's going to be a new age for the next 2 years. Because they've got so many things hitting at them at the same time that it's going to be crazy. The news currently, and will be still showing it time and time again, that people are getting their homes raided and themselves arrested because of their participation with last Wednesday's riots in the Capitol. I say good. Justice has to be done. It has to be demonstrated that these guys just can't march in, cause terror, and leave and laugh like crazy and things are back to normal again. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I blame Donald J. Trump for part of it. He unleashed them all. He sided with them. He gave them federal carte blanche. I wouldn't be surprised if his pardons were going to be for some of those lunatics out there. And there'll be an official list put out, probably tomorrow, of how many people he's already pardoned federally. State and local is a different thing altogether. You got to be convicted if they have a crime, admission of guilt, and if they don't admit their guilt, pardon's so damn good. You're going to be pardoned, you got to be pardoned for something that you're going to be accepting responsibility for. Keep this one in mind. If you are going to be pardoned, it means that you have done something heinous. And let's just put this in perspective. Hypothetically speaking, you're involved in a major felony crime of the most federalist, heinous thing. I use that federal thing, don't I? You had declared in one fell swoop that you, the dastardly mad person with a mad capped group, of course your hat sort of saying mad on there because you're mad, either by sanity or by anger, and you're telling people we're going to storm a federal building. Okay, a small federal building? Oh, no, not a small federal building. Washington and Oregon areas. Paying us for that one. Oh, no. We're going to be picking on the most federal secured site of all. They're going to the White House. Wrong, we're not going to the White House. How dare you? Supreme Court? No. Well, the Capitol's already been stormed. No. The most heinous, absolute, insane thing to do. We're going to storm a Walmart. Laugh track. Laptops company, corporate, local. What the hell are you doing that one for? Because we're going to make a point. Us mad people are mad at things. But this is no ultimate Walmart. No. This particular Walmart is owned by the federal government. It is a hidden, federally run store. Okay, I'm using a weird as example, but humor me on this one. And in this particular store, you can get a whole bunch of stuff that you want. Nuclear arms, weapons, tanks, planes, everything under one roof. And the country has no idea, but now they know. It is a secret place in Happababa. in one of our states. And now we've got control of this place. We have actual planes to fly and drop things on people. We're going to drop our flyers to drive them crazy. We're going to roll down their streets with our tanks that we just accommodated. And we're going to blur out redneck music over that rap crap. And we got guns. Because when we march into towns, we're going to beat them on our chest proudly and say, "Look at us, we're bearing our arms." Of course, there won't be any firing pins or clips of ammunition, but we're going to be bearing these weapons anyway. Because unfortunately, in a locked box right now, they got all that stuff in there, we can't get into it. Well, we'll just get the hardware anyway. Of course, the tanks won't have any weapons, no ammunition, and the guns are already filled up. We can't help if we got Sherman tanks to roll with, but we'll roll with them anyway. And the weapons we're using are flintlocks. Well, we thought they were automatic weapons, but they'll be fine. Could we help it? We invaded a museum for all these pieces, but we're going to roll down a street and we're going to be terrorizing people left and right. In the midst of someone giving an important speech of saying that he deserves to be a president. Well, to use that example is almost what we had faced this past Wednesday on 6th. Scariest damn thing for us to do on a ballot counting day, to certify electoral counts and the votes of indicating that Joe Biden was going to be president and Trump was out of office. Had to make these things official because this is part of the Constitution. But then to have the lunatics who are actually wearing MAGA hats, camouflage outfits, people trying to show how patriotic and carrying every flag on that they can, including the ones that we just outlawed and banned outright, storming through the Capitol, the U.S. Capitol, where Congress makes the laws, and having people going out there looking for people to kill, and in the process causing harm and mayhem and terrorizing. Yet these are the people who expect to get pardoned by the president because they did no wrong. The Supreme Court, not to mention the federal district courts, are going to have a field day over this damn thing. Because according to the Constitution, the president can pardon federal crimes. But they have to be charged first. And they got to get the information in there fast. So I'm wondering how many thousands of people have already contacted the White House and how many pardons are actually going to go out. Maybe a small number for some of these people, but the rest of them are going to be open season. I tried to make the thing sound ridiculous because I wanted to make it look ridiculous, but the problem is it's serious enough anyway. It actually happened. Well, without the hardware and the flintlocks and the planes and the... But the concept of it was people who even were armed with weapons stormed Washington, D.C., which is a weapons-free area, the Capitol, the federal area. It just never ceases to amaze me the depravity of human beings can do for each other. They're trying to fight for a cause. I understand there was a cause to be fought over. But the cause was already lost. Come November, when all the certifications were done in December and prior to January, everything was said, yes, everything was counted for. And these were the correct tally votes. And people still freaked out about it. They still freaked about it because they're still not quite so sure whether or not if everything was legitimate or not. And it keeps claiming that it's false. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. And the only thing I can tell you right now, it's not legit. The election was legitimate. I have to say that people's concerns were valid, but that's as far as I go. And if it wasn't proven that their point was correct, if there was no evidence, and there wasn't, they have no case. I also look at it from a legal point of view. I had said before many times in many videos, I'm not an expert in anything. I don't have a doctorate. I don't have any letters in front of my name for that one. I'm an observer, and I learn. What I learn is what I pass on. I'm hoping maybe for the next 4 years, we'll stabilize. Maybe in the next 2 years, we'll stabilize. But I can most certainly understand, and I'll probably be not looking forward to it, that we will not be stabilized in the next 6 months. If things quiet down after that, I'll be amazed and I'll be surprised. We may have a miracle yet. The only thing I could tell you folks out there is you did your constitutional duty. You did your job as Americans. Every 2 years, we're supposed to vote for different Congress people, House of Representatives. And every 6 years, it's supposed to be senators. And it kind of, each of them kind of dispersed their own, election cycles. Every 4 years, we have presidents. So every 2 years, not counting the local and state elections, we do our federal jobs. We vote. And this is what we've been trying to tell people and teach people for a hell of a long while. You did what you did. You voted your conscience. The majority ruled. Not a mob rule. So, I can only say another thing, that I am grateful, I am glad that Trump is out of office, because he and family are Trump. They're tramps. And they lost. And good riddance. Till later.